So this is verse 56 onward. So far, we have seen the description of the sea, of the sky, of the trees, of the flowers. Now onwards, we see description of Hanuman himself, Hanuman's hands, Hanuman's eyes, Hanuman, how his tail, how everything looks. They are described here beautifully. Verse 56. Tasya ambaragato bahu.
Tasya ambaragato bahu.
Dadrushate prasaritau.
Dadrusate prasaritau.
Parvata agrat vinishkrantau.
Parvata agrat vinishkrantau.
Panchasyau iva pannagau.
Panchasyo iva pannagau.
Now Hanumanji's hands are described. Hands means two hands are there. It is Bahuvachan. Since it is a Bahuvachan, all these words will end with a tau. It appears like this. Gatau, Prasaritau, Pannagau, Viskrantau, Rama Lakshmanau. When two are pronounced there, the words get modified. That is what happens here. Tasya ambaragato bahu.
Tasya ambaragato bahu.
Drushate prasaritau.
Drusase prasaritau.
Parvata agrat vinishkrantau.
Parvata agrat vinishkrantau.
Panchasyau iva pannagau.
Panchasyo iva pannagau.
It's a great comparison because the two hands are compared with two big powerful snakes. Now outstretched hands, Hanuman is flying. It's like this. Now hands and fingers will be outstretched. Now the snakes are compared with 5 hooded serpents. A serpent having 5 heads. Like the 5 fingers of the hand are compared with that. The 2 arms are compared with 2 powerful 5-headed snakes. His 2 arms stretched out in the sky look like 2 5-hooded snakes emerging from the top of the mountain. Because Hanuman's body itself was looking a mountain, and the 2 hands coming out of the body, it looks from a distance, it looks like 2 giants, huge serpents with 5 heads each. That's what it says. Tasyambaragato bahu.
Tasyambaragato bahu.
Dadrushate prasaritau.
Dadrusate prasaritau.
Parvatagrat vinishkrantau.
Parvatagrat vinishkrantau.
Panchasya vipannagau.
Panchasya vipannagau.
Will be added, they are clubbed together, Panchasya and Iva. Panchasya vipannagau.
Panchasya vipannagau.
Pannagau is a snake. Pannaga is snake. Okay. Now again we can see this description of this together. So it says how beautifully and lovingly the sage Valmiki is describing Hanuman, who had just started on his flight to trace Mother Sita. No wonder this is called Sundarakanda. The Kanda itself is called Sundarakanda because of the beautiful description which is contained here. Okay, next verse. Now, Hanumanji was looking upwards. The great Vanara, it looks as if he is going to gulp the entire ocean. Hanumanji, when he's opening his mouth, it's so big, it looks as if he's going to swallow. He's very, very thirsty and he wants to swallow the entire ocean. We have these stories like this. The Agastya once got so angry and the entire ocean is swallowed in one gulp. We also have the story of Jagnu Maharshi. The Ganges River, when it is overpowered and flooded his ashram, he got angry and he swallowed the entire water of Ganges in one gulp. And then when people, Bhagirath, praise him, out of mercy, he lets out the stream of Ganges through his ear. That's why it's called Jahnavi, Javnu Maharshi. So like that, here it got the impression as if he's going to swallow the entire water. Piban iva bhabau cha api.
पिबन् इव बभोच अपि
Piban iva bhabau cha api.
पिबन्निव लभौ चापि
Urmimalam sa urmimalam maharnavam.
तोर्मिमालं महार्णवम्.
Vipasuriya means as if he is thirsty. Okay. Urmimalam, Maharnavam, the huge sea, along with all its rising waves, as if you are going to swallow the whole thing. He wants to gulp in one gulp. He wanted to gulp. That it looked as if like that. He says, great Vandra, Pipasu Iva. Pipasu means one who is thirsty. Pipasu, Pibanniva, Pibanniva Bhabau Chapi.
पिपासुः इव च जकासम्.
I take the first line. Pibanniva Bhabau Chapi.
पिपासुः इव जकासम्.
Pibanniva Bhabau Chapi.
पिबन् इव बभौ चापि
Urmimalam Maharnavam.
तोर्मिमालं महार्णवम्.
I mean, the sea along with waves. Pipasuri Vachakasham.
पिपासुः इव चाकासम्.
Adushe Sa Mahakapi.
ददृशे स महाकपिः.
Great Hanuman, great Kapi, looked as if he was going to swallow the entire ocean along with water. That is the Gospadi Kutavarashim. There's one beautiful sloka. So to Hanuman, the entire sea looked like a small puddle of water below the feet of a cow. Just imagine. Gospadi Krutavarashim. Gospadi means paw of a cow. So how much puddle of water can be there below a paw of a cow? So to Hanuman, the entire sea looked almost like that. He made the sea look so small. That means he became so big in comparison. That is what it says here. Tasya vidyut prabhakare
तस्य विद्युत् प्रभाकारे
ayumarga anusarinaha.
वायुमार्ग अनुसारिणः.
Vayumarga anusarinaha.
वायुमार्ग अनुसारिणः.
Nayane viprakashete
नयने विप्रकाशिते
parvatasto iva analau.
पर्वतस्था अवि अनलौ इव अनलौ.
Now they are describing the eyes of Hanumanji. You know, in a dark atmosphere, how does the cat's eye look like? Or when you're traveling at a distance in a dark highway, even the eyes of a cow will glow. It's almost like a light, it will come. Similarly, Hanuman's eyes are looking like that. As he was moving in the sky, following the direction of the wind, Vayu Marga, his eyes, Hanumanji's eyes, blazed like two fires burning on a mountain. Again and again, they're comparing Hanuman with the mountain because of his huge size. And these eyes were like flashing, lightning. So these eyes were looking so bright. That's the comparison of his eyes. Tasya vidyut prabhakare.
तस्य विद्युत् प्रभाकारे
Ayumarga anusarinaha.
वायुमार्ग अनुसारिणः.
Ayumarga anusarinaha.
वायुमार्गानुसारिणः.
Nayane viprakashete
नयने विप्रकाशयते
parvatastau iva analau.
पर्वतस्था इव अनलौ.
Parvatastau iva analau.
पर्वतस्थौ इव अनिलौ अनलौ
Analo is fire. Anila is air. Anila is air. Anala is fire. Slight difference is there. So you read together. Parvatasthaviva analau.
पर्वतस्थाविवानलौ
Tasya vidyut prabhakare.
तस्य विद्युत् प्रभाकारे
आयुमार्गानुसारिणः
वायुमार्गानुसारिणः
नयने विप्रकाशेते
नयने विप्रकाशेते
पर्वतस्थाविवानलौ.
पर्वतस्थाविवानलौ.
Now again the comparison of his eyes. His eyes are large, round, reddish brown eyes of Hanuman. They shed their bright light like the rising moon and the sun. Pinge pingaksha mukhyasya
पिङ्गे पिङ्गाक्षमुख्यस्य
सुगति परिमण्डले
बृहति परिमण्डले
चक्षुषी सम्प्रकाशेते
चक्षुषी सम्प्रकाशेते
चन्द्रसूर्यौ इवादितौ.
चन्द्रसूर्या
चन्द्रसूर्यौ
विवोदितौ.
Vivodito means rising moon and sun.
चन्द्रसूर्य
Okay. Now again, by the reflection of his coppery red nose, his face looked red, like the sun's orb coming close at night. One more comparison: his nose was red, coppery red. Because of that, the entire face was glowing. That is what he says. Mukham nasikaya tasya.
मुखं नासिकाया तस्य
Mukham nasikaya tasya.
मुखं नासिकया तस्य
Tamraya tamram abhababau.
ताम्रया ताम्रम् अबाभौ.
Sandhyaya samavisprushtam. Sandhyaya samavisprushtam.
स्पष्टं सन्ध्यया समाविस्पष्टं
Tatsuriyamandalam. Yatha tatsuriyamandalam.
तत्पूर्यस्य मण्डलम्.
Now he comes to description of his Hanuman's tail. As the son of the wind god was flying to the sky, his coiled up tail looked splendid like a banner installed in the festival of honor of Indra. In the Bhadrapada Masa, on the 15th day of the month, Indra is worshipped with a flag. So that actually his tail was looking like a flag, it says. Langulam cha samaviddham.
ताङ्गूलं च समाविद्धं
Pravamanasya shobhate.
प्रवमानस्य शोभते.
Ambare vayuputrasya
अम्बरे वायुपुत्रस्य
Shradvaja eva uchitam.
चक्रध्वज इव उज्झितम्.
Chakra is Indra. Shakradwaja like Indra's flag. Now the great monkey with copper red buttocks, now is talking of the rear part, looks splendid like cleft mountain with a huge deposit of minerals shining red. Another description. Spigdeshena abhitamrena.
सिग्नेसि अभिताम्रेण
Rare portion. Spigdeshena abhitamrena.
सिग्धेसेन अभिताम्रेण
Raja samahakapihi.
रराजस्य महाकपिः
Mahada dariteneva.
महता दारितेनेव
Girihi gaurika dhatuna.
Girihi Gaurikadatuna.
Now, he's describing the wind which is passing through his arms. His arms are spread out. In a flight also, you will understand his wings on the plane. Like that, the air is flowing. It will make tremendous noise. It makes sound. Tasya vanara simhasya
Tasya Vanarasimhasya
manasya sagaram
Plavamanasya Sagaram
kshantaragato vayuhu.
Kakshantaragato Vayuhu.
Kshantaragata means passing through his armpits. It sounded like a roar, garjati jimutaha, like a thundering cloud. It made so much noise. Kakshantaragato vayuhu
Kakshantaragato Vayuhu.
jimuta iva garjati.
Jimuta iva Garjati.
Now, the monkey, he was like an elephant, Kapikunjaraha. The elephant-like monkey was seen darting through the ocean that is going from north to south. He is almost like a meteor, like a meteoroid. He was rising in the north and following the direction. So, along with the tail, it looks like a comet, like a meteoroid. It says, Ke kata, K means kind. Ke yata nipatati ulka.
Ke yatha
Ke yatha
nipata Utkal Utka
ulka is
Ulka
ke yatha nipatati ulka.
Ke yadha nipatantulka
Hi uttarantat vinistruta.
Uttarantat Vinusruta
Drishyate sanubandha cha
Drishyate Sanubandhascha
sakapi kunjaraha.
Tadha Sakapi Kunjaraha.
Tata means the way you find a meteor which is flying from north to south. Similarly, the great Hanuman Kapikunjaraha, who was like an elephant among the monkeys, he looks like that with his tail. The tail was looking like almost like a tail of a comet. So with this, we'll conclude these verses. Now these verses also describe what a fantastic sight Hanuman was presenting with a hugely expanded body as he flies over the sky. So this concluding verse in this group compares Hanuman with a blazing meteor streaking through the sky. So with this, I think we'll conclude this verse.